Now, what are the grounds for refusal and objection? When can the examiner refuse or object to your mark? Section 9 deals with the absolute grounds of refusal under the Trademarks Act 1999. Trademarks that lack distinctiveness, that is, which are not capable of distinguishing the goods or services of one person from those of the others. For example, cold and creamy cannot be used for ice cream because it is very obvious that this mark is used for ice cream and the goods and services cannot be distinguished from your mark is why this mark cannot be registered. Trademarks which exclusively describe the goods and services, example, kind, quality, quantity, intended purpose, values or geographical origin. Example, acne cream for skincare. If you want to file a trademark for acne cream, you cannot file in the skincare because it describes your goods and services. It has to be something which is not describing your goods and services. Trademarks which have become customary in the current language or the established practices of trade. For example, aspirin was a trademark owned by Bayer for an acid in US, but over time it has been used as a term for pain reliever, so it cannot be registered. Trademarks which deceive or cause confusion to the public. Example, orange juice 100% is a trademark. It cannot, as a trademark, cannot be used on a drink that is not 100% juice. That would be deceptive, suggesting a quality or composition that's not true. So you cannot get that registered. Going forward, there are certain other grounds for refusal, which are trademarks that hurt the religious susceptibilities of any class or sections of citizens of India. Trademarks that contain or comprise scandalous or obscene matter cannot be registered. If the usage of the trademark is prohibited under the Emblems and Names Preventions of Improper Use Act 1950, it cannot be registered. Trademarks which consist of marks of the shape of goods that result from the nature of goods themselves. For example, if for a soap, if you are into the business of manufacturing soap, you cannot register a trademark which describes the shape of the soap, that is square in shape. You cannot get it registered. Next is Section 11, which are the relative grounds of refusal under Trademarks Act 1999. So trademarks that confuse the public as it is identical or similar to an earlier identical or similar trademark of goods or services cannot be registered. Like I mentioned, PS5 case, or when we do the trademark search, we do trademark search on the trademark website, wherein all the marks with their details, what are the goods and services that they are being used. Now, it can be a scenario like you want to file a trademark which is filed by somebody else in a different class. So that's what trademark research is about. You search about that particular mark. Is it registered in your own class, in the business that you are into? If it is, then it is not advisable to go and file ahead because it will be refused. However, if that mark is filed in some other class, let's say, in a different line of business, you can, of course, go ahead and file your mark. You will have the point to convince the examiner and the examiner will be convinced. An exception to this section is if there is an honest concurrent use of the trademark, the registrar of trademark may allow the registration. Example, one mark used unintentionally by two business for a period of time can be granted registration, maybe with territorial limits. Now, let's say if a person is using mark in Punjab and the other person is using in Tamil Nadu. Both are using the mark in the same line of business. There is no bad intentions behind it. You have proofs to show that how your mark is being used prior from the same date, almost from the same date. Those marks can be registered, but a territorial limit can be granted to you. That you will have a proprietary right over the mark only in the state of Tamil Nadu or only in the state of Punjab. So that's how there is an exception to this section. Section 13 and 14 of the Trademarks Act provides that trademarks containing specific names cannot be registered. Trademarks that have a word that is commonly used for any single chemical element or chemical compound in relation to a chemical substance or preparation cannot be registered. Trademarks that falsely suggest a connection with any living person can be declined registration by the registrar unless the consent of such living person is obtained. Similarly, trademarks that falsely suggest a connection with any dead person within 20 years of submitting the application for registration can be declined by the registrar unless the consent of legal representatives of such person
Welcome to COMPLINITY Technologies. COMPLINITY is India's leading governance, risk and compliance software helping companies to manage their compliance, contracts, litigation, legal updates, inter-financial controls and more. COMPLINITY is a one-stop shop for all GRC needs. With our proprietary 12 GRC modules and real-time legal updates on 2,000+ laws and 24,000+ compliances, all in an integrated platform that is easy to use with automated alerts and risk management capabilities, is why compliance managers, general counsels and chief financial officers choose COMPLINITY every time. Join the most innovative and prestigious brands that use COMPLINITY. Automating your compliance management. Request a demo at complinity.com.